Did we just hit the top of Bitcoin? Is that it? Is the cycle over? Or are we going much higher? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Joel with the Crypto Code. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today we hit all-time high in Bitcoin. The chart that I'm looking at here is 126,272. It'll be different on different charts that you look at. But let's talk about it. Did we just hit the all-time high of this cycle? And are we going to continue downward from here? Or do we have a lot more upside to go in this cycle? So let's talk about it, because that is the question on everybody's minds. Now, listen, I'm just going to tell it to you like it is. I'm a contrarian. I'm not one of these guys that is going to tell you that Bitcoin's going to the moon. I was the one in December of 2022 saying, buy the freaking Bitcoin, 15,500, 16,000. Guys, we have bottomed. These are great buying opportunities in here. And if you've been in our program, if you're one of our members of our program, because we've been in this for many, many years now, I got my start in 2013, you'd be smiling pretty big right now. But if you're new and you're just getting, seeing these YouTube videos, you're getting some interest in crypto, or if you are one of our existing members, this is a very important video to watch, because you might be wondering, should I get involved? Should I buy Bitcoin now? Let's talk about it. I'm going to explain the chart that you see in front of you right here. Now, this is a chart that all of the members of the Crypto Code get, and this is our TCC Market Pulse Tracker. And what does this chart do exactly? Well, it's a very, very powerful chart. It basically tells you when to buy and when to sell your Bitcoin, when to start scaling out, when to start buying, and when to start scaling out. Now, I'm going to back up, and then we'll talk about today's price. If I go look historically here on Bitcoin, the times to buy, look down here at the bottom here. When we get down to these buy and extreme buy zones, when we get down to the blue, this is the time to buy. And when do you think the time to sell is? Can you guess it? Yep, the time to sell is when you get up into these sell zones here. Now you'll notice that there's a cycle here, that things cycle. So if I scroll my mouse on here, if you guys look down here, back in, let's go back in history a little bit, because this goes all throughout the history of crypto, all the way back to 2015. I got my start way back here in 2013, and you can't even hardly see the chart. You have to go like way like this, okay? And so just take a look at this. This is cool. So let's go back here realistically and say, 2013, this is when I got started. Bitcoin was at about $300. This is when I got started. This is when I helped a Bitcoin mining operation get going. This is when we were mining Bitcoin. And no, I'm not some Bitcoin mining bajillionaire. I did mine a little bit of Bitcoin, but I was more of the marketing side, and I was helping people mine Bitcoin, but I was still kind of new in its infancy, and I didn't actually get like heavily involved into it until about 2018. But as you can see from here, buying Bitcoin in these areas were extremely, extremely profitable. So as we bought here in these zones here, you had bought about 158 to 300, and then you would come in here right to these sell zones in here, and you would have done about 76%, but we're still in there. But we would have gone the parabolic right in here to the first zone in here. You would have done a 2,245%. This has been a great time to start scaling out of Bitcoin. And then, as you can see, we had a massive blowout top. So actually, if we were to measure from the buy area here all the way till we got our cycle top, that would be a 3,438%. So as you start to get into this area here, this is the time to start taking profits. You start taking profits on the way up. And if we get into those extreme areas, you take profits. And then I want you to look at this. Just as fast as we get into this area, boom, we can slam down quickly into these buy zones again. So this is 2018. We spent a ton of time super long time in these accumulation areas. And then same thing, we get up into the sell zones here. When we were here, you could have bought Bitcoin all the way from here to from 6,000 up to 2,000. And then you start to get these extreme sell zones at 13,000 right here. That's a great return right there. Wait till you get into these blue zones to buy, and more accumulation all the way into here, March of 2020. And this is when the fireworks started to rip right here. One of the best bull runs that we've had in crypto from right in here in Bitcoin in the last several years, buying in these areas here. And then as soon as we start to get into these sell zones here, see right here, that would have been a 3x right here, 3.5x. Extreme sell zones here, 871x. Once you start to tap these areas, you're in the money. And as soon as you get this cycle top indicator pop up, you need to get out. And we had an interesting thing happen in 2021 where we actually came up and did what's kind of like a double top, but technically most people consider this was the cycle top. But you could have played this indicator here, buying down here when we get to the buy areas and selling to start scaling out as soon as we get to the sell zone. We only tapped it there just briefly, but then we spent a long time accumulating right in here. And this is about the area here when we started telling people this is a great time to buy Bitcoin. You're not going to be sorry. And here we are 4 years later. Now we tapped the sell area one time back in March of 2024. Then we put back down here to this area. We just barely kind of touched that buy zone. And then we came up here. We tapped the sell zone last November. That's when the elections, when Trump was elected. And it looked like everyone's thinking, the altcoin rallies here, the altcoins rallies here. But that's not quite the case. We started seeing a little bit one. But as soon as you started hitting that sell zone, you want to start scaling out of your positions. And then we hit this early area here in March. Just kind of tapped that buy zone, and now we've just kind of been waddling around in here, and this is kind of where we're at. Now, there's nothing perfect. There's nothing saying that this has to go up and tap the sell zone, but more than likely than not, there's a great possibility that we will. The only issue is this. If you go on the technical 4-year cycle theory, which is a theory, we are near the top right now. This would be the top between right now 1,459 days, 1,424 days, 1,475 days. We're there, guys. We are right there at that area where this could be the top of Bitcoin for this cycle, or we could go up a lot higher. Now, I don't care what people say, liquidity coming into the markets, BlackRock and all the ETFs and all the money flowing in from these institutions. Trading is trading. At the end of the day, you might think you're a hodler, and you might be a hodler. And if you're a hodler, good on you. I always keep a little bit of Bitcoin that I hodl as well. It's my long-term stack. But I'm a trader because I found this is where the money's made. Trading both long and yes, trading both short. So when you get to these areas right here, statistically, we're kind of in this interesting area where technically, if you go historically, we're pretty close to a cycle top. However, you have to look at it this way. We're not even close. What we're going to see probably between the next couple of weeks to the next 30 to 40 days is where the fireworks start. There's a good possibility, good possibility that the fireworks are going to start here. We're probably about in this area right here where we're going to see some pretty parabolic moves and then an incredible crash. Okay, I want to show you guys this again, okay? Parabolic moves right towards the end, right when here is 2017, we started tapping this area here, and then we got into those parabolic moves. Now, the only thing that's different this time is we should have already had it by now. So if you're going to go with cycle theories and like go by the days, then you'd say that it's not going to happen. However, History doesn't repeat, and sometimes it rhymes. Okay, so I think with all probabilities, we're probably going to have a quick, exciting cycle and then just a tremendous blow off top. So if you are in crypto already and you've been accumulating, you've been trading, and you're up significantly in profit, it is good to take some off the table right now. Most people get worried about selling too early. And if that's you, nobody ever got hurt selling too early. They didn't. What they do get hurt on is selling at the bottom. Okay? You want to avoid selling at the bottom. So you want to be taking profits. Joel, have you been selling? Have you been taking profits? Yes. I have been taking profits on the way up. Am I selling at all? No, but I lock my profits in on the way up. You can see some of my current trades right now where I've actually locked the profits. I actually have a short trade on Bitcoin that I started today, but it's probably going to go off into profit and just take me a little bit of profit here. And then I'll probably start the short trade again. But be careful trying to short Bitcoin right now because you don't know if this is actually going to be the top or not. So I've got a trade on Aster, ENS. This is just part of my trades. I'm in XPL. I've made millions of dollars this run. And I'm a trader. I have found that if you really want to make serious money in crypto, you want to learn trading. And I'm going to pause for a second, then I'm going to go over some of the altcoins and show you guys what they look like here on the charts. But if you guys want to learn about what we do and how to really make money in crypto, just head over to our website, thecryptocode.com, and head on over to here and click on Get a Free Weekly Trade Alert. We have a 93% trade win rate. And yes, I did say 93%. And a lot of people say that can't be true, but it actually is true. You can see it right there on the page. You can go follow the trades. We have a 93% win rate. And it's because of the way we trade, the way we call the trades. You can copy our trades. We're not a financial advisor, but we give the data, and then you can take the trades on your own. We don't take them for you, but you can go take the trades. You can get a free trade, get on our email list. And when you're on the email list, you can go register for our workshop and learn more about what we do. Get a free weekly trade alert. The weekly trade alerts actually have a 100% win rate. So go check those out. By the way, so you know, what we do in the Crypto Code is we do a lot of things. We have a whole program where we teach you how to get into crypto, how to make money, the different ways to get into crypto, when to buy, when to sell. We show you this chart right here. We show you how to be a long-term swing trader, when to actually start taking profits. But we can also, our most popular thing have been our active daily trade alerts. So you can see some of our trade alerts here, and you can see our success stories in here. You can see some of the success stories. Our members go ahead and post their success stories in here. Here's a 50x short from Ryan. He did 110%. Now, I'm not saying everyone should go do a 50x short, but once you kind of learn, you can kind of figure these out. Here's a 23.74% win with Natasha. Congratulations to Natasha. I'll just show a couple more. We have tons and tons of success. You can also join our Telegram group, and it's an announcement group only where we post the alerts, and you guys can get an idea of, you can see our trades in real time. I just posted, we do some off-topic posts here as well every once in a while, but we talk about our trade alert wins there. So you can guys follow what we do there. At the end of the day, our goal is to help you become profitable in crypto, no matter what method that you want to use. And we're going to teach you to go against the herd and how to be profitable. So head over to thecryptocode.com and you guys can check all that out. Okay, so what's the probability of us continuing up? Well, the probability is very, very high. And I'll show you why by looking at another chart right here. All right, let me bring this chart up here. Now, the probability is very, very high right here if we're going to go up higher or not. We're right there at what's called resistance. You can see these lines here. We're probably going to go up, and we've tested this once. We've tested this twice. Boom, we're going for the third time. If we break above this, today, if we close a candle above 125,500, we're going up. And we're going to go up higher. We're probably going to go into hit 130, 135, maybe 140. We'll see. And remember, guys, crypto waves. So crypto is constantly going up and down and up and down. And when you learn to trade crypto, you can trade crypto and you can make a lot of money no matter if the markets are going up or down. And if that's you, you want to learn what we do, take our trade alerts, whether it's a long trade or a short trade. We'll teach you how to do that. You can copy our trades. Again, not financial advice. We give the data out there. We'll teach you how to take the trades. It's up to you to learn how to manage those trades. But there's a high probability that we're going to go ahead and we are going to bust up higher to new highs right here. I'm going to show you one other chart here. Let me bring this down here so you guys can see this here. Okay, so this is another chart here. I do have a chart on here from Camel Finance. Love them as well. But you can see here several of our own indicators on here. I'm gonna really blow this up here real quick. Bitcoin is doing Bitcoin things. Okay, we came up here, we visited here, boom, we made the move. As you can see, that is starting to turn green right there. Our indicator is starting to turn green. Camel Finance has a great indicator. Pick the bottom there. And we are going to go up and do rallies. Big old shout out to Camel Finance. I love those guys. Great channel to follow as well. But you can see here that along with our indicators that we're following, we picked the bottoms pretty spot on as well. And you can see here that we're at this moment where we're testing this here. And we've turned green here. That's a powerful indicator on a one-day chart, on the monthly, daily. All points look towards that we have a little bit longer to go in this rally. Now, when I say a little bit longer, that doesn't mean years and years. It could be a handful of weeks right now. And then, if you want to make money going the other way, you can learn to short the markets. So, should you buy Bitcoin right now? No, you should not be buying Bitcoin right now. All right? If you want to get into Bitcoin, you need to wait for a pullback. All right, you need to wait for a pullback. And I'll show you guys one of our trades from our trade alerts here. Let me bring this over here and show you guys. I'm going to show you guys one of our trades. One of our trades is called a liquidity setup. I'm going to give you guys this one for free today. So we'll give you the setup in advance. And this came out October 5th. So we have a pending entry for a long and a pending entry for a short here. So we give you the pending setup. We tell you if you want to use leverage or not. We teach you how to use leverage properly. Anyone that says don't use leverage, you get wrecked, doesn't know how to use leverage. All right? It's up to you. I definitely recommend that you learn how to trade spot first before leverage, but then you can make a lot of money with leverage by learning it responsibly. So we'll give you the bullish case, and you'll usually set up 2 trades at once, and that's the beauty of this. You're not chasing price. And so we'll give you the levels. So right now we're looking at an entry zone of about 117 to 118,000. We're going to do a little bit DCA, and then here's our take profit levels as well. And we'll give you an optional stop loss if you want to use stop losses. Again, it depends on the type of trading that you're doing. Here's the bearish case scenario. Our short is at about 120,000 to 126,800. You can add to those positions at different DCA levels. Then here is your take profit. And then you do have an optional stop loss. And then we'll give you the setup rationale each time. So the beauty of these types of trades is you can set these in advance, and then you can go ahead and one of those trades is going to pop off. Usually one goes and one gets canceled. Sometimes they both go. And so it's pretty exciting, guys. I'm just letting you know how it is. I've been in this business for quite a while. We've taught thousands and thousands of people how to have success in crypto with all kinds of different trading. And I just want to give you guys a sneak peek of how that works. All right, let's jump in and look at some altcoins here. If you guys have some altcoin requests, if certain altcoins you want me to look at, I will put them here on this chart. I'm just going to go look at some of the most popular ones right now and kind of give you an idea. Because what happens when Bitcoin, if Bitcoin busts above 125,500 today, if it holds above that today, we're at 125,222. We're just like right there. We're like right there. Right there. Then we're probably going to go higher. If not, we're probably going to have a pullback before we go up higher. All right. So that's the thinking here. So just remember, guys, buy on red, sell on green. What does that mean? Buy on red when we have red days. Buy on red, sell on green. Okay. Buy on red, sell on green. You should be taking your profits. Buy on red, sell on green. You're going to hear me say that a lot of times. All right, let's go look at a couple altcoins here. Here we go. Altcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. Okay. So Ethereum is pretty interesting here. All right. So if you'd been following the strategy here, accumulating when we go below the line here, you would have been buying Ethereum at 2,400. You would have been buying Ethereum at 17,800. You'd been buying it all the way down to 1,000. About 1,385, and especially down to the extreme buy zones. You can't always guarantee that you're going to get to the extreme buy zones, but we've already tapped the sell zone here at 3,700. We tapped the sell zone at 4,492. We did hit an all-time here. So you start taking your profits when you get into the sell zone, okay? Because you never know what's going to happen. So now we've come back up through there, and now we're probably going to go back up. And it depending on Bitcoin, we're probably going to go back up to these sell zones, these extreme sell zones. All right, let's go take a look at Solana. Now Solana, again, same thing. We hit the high back in January 2025, 295. And then we came back down into these buy zones and to even right to the extreme buy zones of $94, $112, and now we're inching our way back up to this sell zone. We haven't hit the sell zone yet. Most likely we're probably going to go back up to this sell zone here. Now, I want to warn you guys something about altcoins. Just because an altcoin like Solana, it hit its all-time high, doesn't mean every altcoin is going to hit its all-time high, okay? It's very rare for an altcoin to hit its all-time high again. Very few altcoins do that. So you want to pay attention to your sell zones and freaking take profits, guys. Take your profits. All right. So there's Solana. We're inching our way up. Are we going to probably go up here and test this again? I think there's a good chance. But as soon as you start hitting that sell zone, please start taking profits. XRP. Now, this is a perfect example of XRP. By the way, the cycle top indicator, when it forms a cycle top, that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the cycle top of that altcoin. This one is based off the Pi cycle indicator. It works really well on Bitcoin, but it does also, if it fires off on an altcoin, there's a good chance that means like get out, stupid, like really take your profits. But just watching this here, we got it to the extreme sell zone here, December 2024, during the Trump pump. It's all throughout here, taking profits, and then we slam back down below, even hit that buy zone on XRP, and then boom, we hit the sell back here in July. You should have started taking some profits right then, and then we slam back down. Are we going to go back up there again? There's a possibility, but you should have been taking profits already here. And if you want to start scaling in, but we haven't hit any buy zones there. It's a very potential. The XRP, I don't know. It's going to depend on Bitcoin. Let's go look at ADA. Same thing with ADA, guys. Same thing with ADA. By the way, if you guys want these indicators, are members of the Crypto Code, get this indicator. This is what I call the lazy man's way to buying altcoins in crypto, and you learn to be patient with this. So you're buying, and boom! Okay, Cardano did Cardano things, and you could have gone up here and did a 356%. Should have been taking profits there, should have been accumulating here, and then you're kind of still in this accumulation zone, waiting for that next point where we start tapping the sell zone there. All right, let's go take it a couple others. Here we go, IMX. Perfect example, IMX. Nice accumulation zone, nice big run up, but look, we've already started tapping the sell zone. That's a 149%. Is it going to go up to more? You have to be careful on some of these altcoins. XLM, same thing, kind of follows XRP, but BNB, I want to show you guys this one. Now BNB, look at that. Exchange tokens, guys. BNB is a winner. Exchange tokens, I think, in every cycle are a good token to get into. Now we've just started to hit the sell zone here, and are we going to pump up higher through here? It's all going to depend on Bitcoin, but probably we're probably going to go back up here and then pump here. Okay, so same thing, accumulation below the line, and then selling above the line. Selling above, especially when we get to the sell zones. Easy peasy, right? Dogecoin. Now Dogecoin's an interesting one. Dogecoin had that amazing, crazy run. You know, this was right back into Elon Musk, Saturday Night Live, where people were having Dogecoin parties when it hit the top. Should you have been selling? Heck yeah, I should have been selling, and you should have been selling back in November as well. Should have been accumulating Dogecoin all through this year, through March. You even had a little opportunity in June, and it looks like we're probably going to get up here into this sell zone one more time, and here we're getting close to that. SUI, we'll look at a couple more, guys. SUI, same things. Guys, should have been taking profits in 2024. You know, if people say you would have, could have, should have been, but do you think if you had a chart like this, you would know? Knock you on the top of the head and say you should start selling when you should start accumulating below the line and start taking profits above the line. Okay? Accumulating below the line, taking profits above the line. Let's look at two more. HBAR. HBAR had its HBAR moment earlier this year, December 2024. Just incredible run up here. Right in here in these buy zones here. You could do an 8x right there on HBAR. And same thing, we're down below. We're going to come up, probably going to hit a sell zone. Let's go look at Litecoin. Same thing with Litecoin, guys. Hit up here. We haven't even hit the sell zone here. We did here earlier back in December 2025. Do you think a tool like this would help you? Hit the like button. Let me know if a tool like this would help you guys. Let me know some of the other altcoins you guys want to look at. This is just part of some of what we do here in the Crypto Code. My goal, the whole reason we started the Crypto Code back in 2021 was to help new traders and new people get into crypto actually have success, know when to buy, and know when to sell. This is Joel Peterson. I've been involved with crypto since 2013. Our goal here at the Crypto Code is to help you become profitable in whatever method that you want. And we'll teach you the methods, whether you want to be an active trader, whether you want to do some casual swing trading, whether you just want to look at these charts and know when to buy and when to sell. Let us know. Go down the description of this video. You can see all the links. Go to our website. You can sign up for a free weekly trade alert. You can also attend our workshop. We give out $10 in Bitcoin to everyone that attends the workshop, fills out the quiz, and takes a quiz at the end, and we'll send you $10 in Bitcoin. We've been doing that every single week for years and years. In fact, I think the first people that started getting the $10 in Bitcoin, I think it's already worth about $80 now. You never know where your $10 in Bitcoin is going to be. One time I got $10 in Bitcoin years and years ago, and I forgot about it, and one day I went and it was worth $510. So you never know where that $10 in Bitcoin will be. All right, guys, this is Joel Peterson. As always, take massive action in your life and anything you do. We'll see you on the next video. Let me know your requests for what altcoins you want to see. We'll see you in another video, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching the Crypto Code. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more crypto insights. Let me know your thoughts on today's video in the comments below. You can also check out what we do here at the Crypto Code by registering for one of our free workshops where we show you how we and our students profit in crypto, no matter if the markets are up or down. Attend our free workshop, take a short quiz at the end, and we will send you $10 in Bitcoin. No purchase needed. We've already given away hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin just this year alone. Just look for the link in the description of this video to register for the workshop. It will be worth your time. Our public trade record currently has a 90% win rate, and you can view it here. Best of luck with your investments, and remember to stay informed and stay safe in the crypto world. See you next time.